on screen is enjoying the events as well. He'll be looking forward to his first aided by that famous last gasp goal by Jamal Musiala. We've been blessed by wonderful weather here in Munich, and then we see all the Allianz ball girls and ball boys ready for the next stage of the afternoon. They'll be very nervous, getting ready to show us what they can do. There's Thomas Tuchel there talking to the rest of his coaching staff, including his assistant Salt Love. See the ball boys and ball girls going through their final warm-ups. We have the ski star, Germany's ski star Felix Neureuter getting interviewed as well. He's a big football fan, big Bayern fan. It's a really hands-on trainer is Thomas Tuchel, seeing Thomas helping put out the goals. A reminder, we have the men's team training on the pitch later on this afternoon in Munich. So a busy afternoon of action at this famous stadium. Reminder, if you just joined us, we had earlier in the day, we had the celebration for the 10th anniversary of Bayern's magical win at Wembley when they beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1 in the Champions League final. And that was the same scoreline this afternoon at the Allianz Arena. Bayern winning 2-1 with goals from Claudio Pizarro and Luis Gustavo before Kevin Grosskreutz grabbed a consolation right at the end for Borussia Dortmund. 2-1 the final score as the FC Bayern legends edged past Borussia Dortmund once again. So the fans inside the Allianz Arena seen plenty of entertainment already this afternoon, and they're set for some more. First up, we'll have the FC Bayern women's team presentation as part of the Allianz team presentations. They won their 5th German championship last season, putting together a really impressive run to ease past Wolfsburg at the top of the table. And they've added a number of signings, which we'll see, no doubt, in due course, to go with some really experienced names all across the pitch. Many of these women players, of course, will be involved in the World Cup going on down under, the FIFA Women's World Cup taking place in Australia and New Zealand right at the moment. So many of the Bayern women's squad will be in action for their respective countries before joining up with the FC Bayern women's squad later this summer. But they'll join us from down under via a live link and be introduced to the crowd in Munich today. Also have the introduction of the men's team. Led this season by Thomas Tuchel as the head coach of Bayern Munich in his first full season. Interesting to see if he can attract Harry Kane. That's the hot news from Munich. But Harry Kane and his family and his wife have been coming over to Munich to check out schools and accommodation houses.
To the Bavarian capital. We'll see the rest of the men's squad introduced later today. They'll come up after the women's squad is introduced. Just a matter of minutes away from that. As the crowd wait patiently. They've been royally entertained already today. Got lots more in store today in Munich. Been blessed by wonderful weather. That's Bernie the bear. Says hello to a few young fans there. We saw him signing autographs earlier on today, which was quite difficult with his large paws. He looks to be in fine form, Bernie the bear. No doubt those young fans will get the chance to get some more signatures and autographs from the women's team coming up. And
extra care with the young fans, signing shirts and memorabilia. To create special moments for these young fans. It's very in demand today. Bernie the bear, Bayern mascot. Welcome once again to this Allianz team presentation. My name is Mark Lovell. You through all the action today, Allianz Arena. Welcome to our coverage on FC Bayern channels. It's great to have you here watching from all across the world. There's a young fan saying that Thomas Müller, you are my favourite player. We can expect Thomas Müller to be introduced later on, but he won't be on the Audi Summer Tour. He has a hip injury at the moment, so he'll stay in Munich for more treatment and take his time to recover from that annoying hip injury.
Final preparations going on below on the Allianz stage there. Making sure the carpet sits correctly as we await the introduction of the women's team. Women's team, coached of course by Alexander Strauss, the Norwegian, who's impressed, taking charge last year. We'll be looking to go deeper into the Champions League this season. They've added some new players, Bayern. We'll go through that later in more depth, but the expectations are for Bayern to really make a challenge for the Holy Grail, which is the Champions League.
A apresentação do time do Bayern para a temporada já vai começar e vai ter um treinamentozinho sobre isso, né?
Sim, vai se inscrevendo aqui no canal, deixando like, né? A gente tá em live aqui. Lembrando que quarta-feira, 7h25 da manhã,
This presentation is going all over the world, so welcome wherever you are watching from this afternoon. It's a pleasure to have you with us on all
comenta
FC
aqui
Bayern
o que você
channels.
acha, tu mais vai comentando durante a live. A gente tinha que ver com o Tuxa fazer um treinamento, por causa que parece que vai ser um treinamento um pouco mais leve, assim, dormindo e tudo mais.
Tinha que fazer coletivinho, tempo reduzido, né?
Agora mais cedo aqui no canal mesmo, já tem
Asking if everyone's ready for the women's team
apresentação, homenagem aos campeões da Champions League de
Yes, from the stands.
e tudo mais.
O jogo acabou 2x1 pro Bayern, assim como foi a final, né?
Sim, se você quiser assistir, tá aqui no último live aqui embaixo, tá com 2 horas de live, é só você pôr lá mais pra 40 minutos de live que vai ter o jogo e tudo mais.
O imperdível golaço do Gustavo.
Um brasileiro do Bayern, tinha muitos brasileiros do Bayern jogando.
Inclusive o Gustavo tá para ir pro Botafogo, né?
Vai ser muito bom quando ele ser campeão brasileiro no Botafogo, né? Daí quando ele tem que ver o que o Tuchel vai fazer, porque eu não sei se vai ficar tão pesado, se vai fazer alguma coisa que quer mostrar muito do que ele quer fazer para a temporada. Só que também já tá montado bastante coisinha lá, tem bastante bonequinho amarelo lá, com gol. Parece que esse meio campo reduzido assim, ficou com gol, metade do campo mais ou menos.
O gramado agora tem a grama híbrida, né?
Acho que hoje ainda não tá, não sei. O gramado híbrido é quase como se fosse uma grama sintética misturada com grama original, né?
Porque eles fizeram fio por fio, né? Tipo, um fio sintético, um fio normal.
Quem joga bola sabe quando você cai no chão, você levanta puxando grama no chão. Aí você puxa e já fica desigual a quantidade de grama sintética e grama normal. Mas eu não gosto muito desse negócio de gramado falso, não. A expressão é horrível o gramado, é o que tem. Isso tá sempre que os Buffalo do NFL jogarem muito jogo e faz a temporada.
Então é engraçado esse negócio de gramado. Eu sei que não é isso, né? Tipo, o Khan e o... fizeram aquela besteira lá de gramado, temporada. E pra consertar o que eles fizeram, trocaram o gramado lá.
Começaram a botar cupim em tudo, botaram cupim no jogador, sei lá o que, em árbitro, sei lá o que, e também botaram no gramado. O gramado tava ruim, tava escorregando, tava atrapalhando.
Aí parece que vai entrar alguém agora, acho, no fumaço. Vamos ver o que o Stephen Lehmann vai falar. Time
Icelandic goalkeeper Cecilia Runarsdottir.
Tá, parece que é a nova brasileira do Bayern.
Ah, nova brasileira?
Eu não sei se é ela, mas tipo, tem uma jogadora brasileira que provavelmente vai ser representada aí também.
Entendi.
Mas há uma chance de ter representação das contratações que vão na Copa, o que vai ser osso. Vou tentar ter.
Time feminino, você acha que vai bem essa temporada do Bayern?
Ganha a Bundesliga de novo e a Copa do Mundo.
Não, eu acho que vai lutar pro título da Bundesliga, mas vai acabar perdendo pro Wolfsburg, né? Como vai acontecer recentemente.
Chega na final da Champions, mas vai ser vice, infelizmente.
O Bayern feminino, aos poucos, vai começando a dominar a Bundesliga feminina, né? Tá ganhando título aqui ou lá. Mas ainda o Wolfsburg é o maior time da Alemanha, sempre batendo sempre final de Champions, né? Inclusive, recentemente, algumas temporadas atrás, eu assisti o Munique Chelsea, o Bayern tava indo pra final, tomou um gol pra semifinal, tomou um gol no fim do jogo pro final do Chelsea. Mas tipo, time feminino, o futebol feminino, acho que tem 4 times que obviamente são muito maiores que os outros. Barcelona, Lyon, Chelsea e Wolfsburg. São sempre eles em final.
Isso que o Wolfsburg é tão dominante na Europa, só que o Bayern consegue muito de frente assim na Alemanha.
Mas acho que nessa temporada o Wolfsburg acaba ganhando a Bundesliga, mas acho que as meninas do Bayern vão ganhar a Copa da Alemanha feminina.
Tinha umas vezes que o Bayern foi eliminado da Champions, a gente assistiu, né? Pro Chelsea, pro PSG e pro United.
Acho que quando o PSG passou, acho, não sei.
Reliable defender.
Sei que uma coisa não muda no time masculino e no time feminino, que é atropelar o Barcelona. Na temporada passada assisti um jogo lá que o time feminino do Bayern meteu 3-0 no Barcelona feminino. Então, não importa a categoria, não muda isso.
Não muda. Até no time de base mudou aí. Esses dias eu fiz 3-0, né? Na UEFA Champions League.
Teve lá que o cara do Barcelona meteu o hat-trick lá, que tava 2-0 pro Bayern, o Barcelona virou, 3 gols no mesmo cara. Mas depois o Barcelona meteu 3-0 na temporada passada.
Congratulations to Caroline Simon, who's injured at the moment. Suffered a serious injury in the build-up to the World Cup.
Só da Champions League, né, que é o mesmo grupo da Champions original, só que os times da base, né. O Bayern pode ficar num grupo essa temporada com o Bayern, Real Madrid,
Milan e Manchester United.
Milan e Manchester United, olha o grupo.
Tanto na Champions quanto na Felipe, respectivamente.
Vai ser absurdo, sério. Mas eu quero muito que tenha Real Madrid no mesmo grupo, pelo menos.
Só que isso é uma coisa que a gente falando de Munique e Felipe.
No, we're on our way back from
A gente
injury
sabe
as
que vai
well.
ter esse negócio de 5% de aproveitamento na fase de grupos. E sabe que na Ajax, Flick, não se pegasse o Real Madrid United de Milan, o Bayern ia ser 100%. Ou pelo menos empatar só um jogo.
Number 25,
Mas a gente não sabe.
Salah,
Mas também já cansamos do time. Você 100% na fase de
carrying
grupos e
the
sofrendo na
Bundesliga
final.
trophy.
Foi pro Vida Real, foi pro
Salah
Brasil.
plate.
E aí tá o troféu da Bundesliga, né? A gente cansou do time ser um leão na fase de grupos e ser um gatinho no mata-mata.
Apesar de que, tipo, é aquela história, tipo...
Esse é o Copa City que dentro do nada. Escolheram cair.
Mas olha só, esse negócio aí, tipo, vai ser 100%, vai ser nada. É uma coisa que é louca, mano, tem que fazer. Tipo, o Bayern vai fazer o quê? Vai começar a perder de propósito na fase de grupos.
Então, não vai fazer. Inclusive foi campeão da Champions 2020, 2019, 2020, ganhando todos os jogos da fase de grupos. Depois ainda todos na mata-mata. Eu acho que por falta de qualidade do Tuchel, nem tanto que ele é ruim, eu acho que tipo, ele não acaba fazendo isso de ganhar todos os jogos fase de grupos. Então, mesmo que tem do Tuchel no Bayern, meio que assim, ele transforma o Bayern no time de Premier League, sabe? Enquanto o pior time ganha só de 3-1. Ele vai dar um jogo aleatório, perde de 3-2, 2-1, 3-1. Não vai sendo assim, vai ganhando de 1-0, 2-1, porque é time de Premier League mesmo. Eu tenho medo de Bayern gerar isso com o Tuchel. Eu espero que no vídeo, com o Tuchel não tem tudo pra gerar um Bayern todo compressor que deve conseguir.
Sim, eu não acho que vai fazer pra Premier League, mas que o Tuchel, tipo, agora que vai ter mais tempo pra preparar o time, acho que ele vai conseguir fazer um Bayern melhor. Até porque, tipo, o Tuchel querendo não é um cara jovem, né? Acho que se ele bem, ele vai ter tempo pra ficar no Bayern, né?
Não é tão profissional, ainda assim, é jovem.
Tipo, você vai ficar, tipo, eu sempre falei aqui que eu acho que não sei se vai ficar até dezembro, não, vamos ver como é que vai ser a temporada, né? Tipo, acho que assim, a transferência do Bayern está sendo maravilhosa, não tem porque o Bayern ir mal, e tem que buscar uma boa campanha na Champions, né?
Falando na transferência, tem o Kyle Walker, né, que tá muito perto, porque eu não sei, assim, não sou tão a favor assim não, porque vai criar uma concorrência, uma posição já bem recheada, e vai ter muita gente satisfeita. E assim, provavelmente o Favre vai embora também, graças a Deus. Só que pra mim o Marcelo vai discutir essa posição. Óbvio que tem prova mudando. Mas só que chegar a titular, só porque é amigo do Kane, poder conhecer quem é o até porque eu não vou me incomodar, porque tem mais de 30 anos, ele vai oferecer 2 a 3 anos de contrato, coisa que o Bayern não renova com o valor de mais de 30 anos assim, não renovou com o Miller, não renovou com o Neuer, vai fazer o Walker desse jeito.
Signing defense
Isso é uma coisa absurda, né? Porque pra começar, o Miller tinha que inovar, tipo, tá que acho que com o Miller, os caras querem forçar a aposentar ele em 2025, pensando que ele vai estar analisando a Champions. Se tudo der certo, o Bayern vai ser campeão e vai ser despedido do Miller no mesmo dia. Mas assim,
mesmo sendo só a terceira do Bayern.
só que aí, sério, sei lá, o Miller já falou que quer jogar até os 40 anos, assim, deixa ele jogar no Bayern. O Norte também falou sobre o contrato, né? Diz que o Norte tem vários anos que ele pela frente, ele mesmo falou, por causa das lesões. Não sei se é verdade se você vai ficar mais 6 meses fora. Só vai perder a Copa da Alemanha e os jogos da Bundesliga, né? E o negócio do Walker é o seguinte, eu gosto dele, porque, tipo, apesar de que o Stanisic faz isso muito bem, é aquele lateral defensivo, sabe? Acho que experiência por tudo, seria interessante trazer o Walker, desde que ele fique atrás do Masraoui e do Stanisic, mas acho que o Tuchel não vai fazer isso. Por isso que eu fico com essa preocupação em relação ao Walker.
O Walker é o jogador mais rápido da Premier League, e David é um dos jogadores mais rápidos da Bundesliga. São duas qualidades presentes em velocidade. Você coloca um lateral mais defensivo. Então até faz sentido quando o David jogar mais vezes o Walker, por ele ser um jogador mais defensivo assim. Daí segura, o David sobe, o Walker segura atrás. E se jogar mais Raul pela direita, vou dar o Guerreiro pra esquerda, o Guerreiro ele sobe menos, apesar de ter muita qualidade com a bola e fazer bastante gol. Daqui mais o time. Já é uma pena o Guerreiro ter se machucado no jogo quando o time de 8ª divisão, né? Ele encerrou a carreira no Borussia Dortmund, já lesionado, chegou no Bayern, jogou com o jogo, se machucou de novo, vai ficar de 5 a 6 semanas fora. Vai fazer o quê, né? Depois só vai se recuperar logo, todos os anos temporada.
O problema das lesões com essa temporada é que elas são, tipo, são osso, tipo, o cara não vai ter tempo de conhecer o time e já tá lesionado, ele vai voltar no meio da temporada praticamente. Se já vai ter começado a fazer grupos da Champions, né? Daqui a 6 semanas. Essa aí é meio triste, né? Porque o Guerreiro acho que. Não sei como vai ser agora, mas eu ainda acho que vai acontecer, tipo, depois o Davis no banco. a longo prazo.
Midfielder from
E
the
assim, eu
Lebanon.
acho que ia acontecer bem cedo isso, né? Quando se machucou, acho que vai demorar, tipo, sabe, até se temporada que vem, talvez, ele já comece a virar titular. E aí sobre o Ken, assim, eu acho assim, eu acho que é muito bom o jogador
Summer
demais.
signing
Eu
from
penso em inglês,
Chelsea.
eu alemão tudo.
Danish
Chega em cima da
international.
hora, acho que vai ser osso, tipo, ele
Strong player.
ter que se acostumar com o time logo na final da Copa Alemã e tudo mais, no meio das transferências, vai ser difícil pra ele e complicado. Por isso que isso preocupa um pouco dele, porque ele não vai, então assim, ele vai ter que chegar, vai ser titular, sem falar alemão, sem ter jogado amistoso, vai ter que se encaixar assim. Então é isso, sobre essa transferência.
Apesar de que o Kane é um jogador que eu acho que ele não vai ter dificuldade de se adaptar ao Bayern.
Sim.
Looking forward
Looking forward to the new season, she says.
Inteira, questão técnica, inteira assim, os que não foram pra Copa, né? Não sei, às vezes faz uma lesão, ou inteira colocar
Over
né?
to Jovana Javnalovic, looking at the rest of the squad who really put in an
No caso do Bayern, acho que não são muitos os jogadores que vão pra Copa, né?
good signings.
O time
You have a
masculino,
stronger
acho que mais
squad.
de, acho que
She says, yeah,
foram 26
absolutely, we
pra
have.
Copa.
We've made some good signings.
23. Eu acho que foi mais 18 jogadores femininos pra Copa mais ou menos, sem engano.
Tipo, grava, Bartinho pra Copa. Então, essa da entrevista agora,
Linda Dahlmann about what Germany can achieve at the World Cup Down Under.
Será que vai ter treinamento feminino também? Foi um negócio que não sei se certeza não. Parece que vai testar um jogo do Mar Frauen também, o ar feminino. Eu não sei se vai ser Frauen um jogo. Não sei como vai ser, mas parece que vai ter tudo mais.
She goes on to discuss the strength of the Bayern squad.
Da time feminino na Copa, é que, por exemplo, a camisa 9, a camisa 10 e a camisa 7 são os melhores números do time. Estão aqui,
Really want to
então
go
na
deep in
Copa.
the Champions League.
Então, muito bem que foram convocados.
na expectativa aqui, se vai ter um coletivinho, um time titular vai ser em reserva do Bayern, o time
They're going to have a few words
o
with
Bayern tem
Alexander
pra isso, né?
Strauss.
Apesar da lesão do Guerreiro.
In English, hopefully, listen in.
Só talvez misture time feminino. A gente for chegar aí, deixa o seu like, se inscreva no canal, né? A gente já falou que quarta-feira a gente tá Bayern City. Se você tá vendo isso daqui depois, a gente agradece muito se você tá assistindo mesmo que for depois, né? Porque começou muito cedo o negócio. Daí deixa o like, né, no vídeo, compartilha e tudo mais. Daí parece que os jogadores estão segurando, estão segurando a camisa dos jogadores que foram convocados pra Copa, né? Daí tipo,
Squad there holding up the shirts of the internationals playing in the World Cup. At the moment, Eriksson, Simon, Hansen, Schuller,
daí 1, 2, 3,
Magul, Beijings, Ket,
9, 10, 11, 12,
Harder.
13 jogadores colocados. Mais ou menos isso, mais ou menos 13 jogadores do Barcelona foram colocados pra Copa.
Metade eu lembro, né? Porque
O resto tá aí, tá segurando a camisa.
não tem ninguém como contar.
Georgia Stanway of England, of course, Sidney Lawman.
Nós 6 goleiros, não sei quantos goleiros tem no time, né? Mas tem 13 goleiras aí. Se pá, nenhuma delas foi pra Copa. Nenhuma goleira do Bayern foi pra Copa.
Watching more of that in the next few weeks.
O Brasil, inclusive, estreia amanhã, né? E a Alemanha também. Vou dar mais 5h30 da manhã contra a Suécia.
Bom, mas ontem, meia-noite e meia, tava tendo o jogo da Copa Feminina, viu? Certo? Sim, começou.
Saying
Só que
it's
nós
experience he's had in his coaching career, the games played
Esse
at
é
the
o
Allianz
outro horário do
Arena last
país.
season.
Se fosse Copa do Mundo masculino, assim, acho que até ficaria assim pra acordar, assim. Acho que eu nem dormiria de noite, eu dormiria, talvez no início de dia, mas dormiria de noite eu dormiria o resto.
Fans show their appreciation for this
Pra 2002.
FC Bayern women's
Meu
squad.
sonho é ver uma Copa no Japão de novo.
For this Allianz team
Mas se você
presentation.
acordar às 7h30 da manhã pra poder assistir o assiste, né? Você assistir tudo mais. Seria bom 7 horas da noite.
Assim, o difícil é ser juntar gente pra assistir, porque é um horário muito...
Por isso, você que estiver assistindo, por favor, assista aqui com nós, Smart City. Mande para todos os seus amigos, todos os desconhecidos e divulgue que a gente vai transmitir aqui no City, tá? Por favor, por ajuda muito.
Some more photos of the
Agora vai tirar foto lá.
players.
Okay, wir machen noch ein paar Fotos natürlich jetzt alle. Und dann, Teddy, bist du soweit? Dann darfst du gerne noch wieder loslegen, denn...
Não, mesmo com tanto jogador convocado assim, tem muita gente em cima desse negócio aí pra tirar foto. Assim não.
Reminder, we'll have the men coming up shortly, in a few minutes. A few photos of the women's squad for this Allianz team presentation.
Assim, a única dúvida que eu tenho é que acho que não vai ter treino delas, porque eu não vi o técnico delas em nenhum momento ali montando treinamento, igual a gente viu o Tuchel montando treinamento, até ele pegou um negócio, aqueles negócios lá que fura o chão e tal, o azul lá pra prender, mas ele tacou no chão sempre programado, como se estivesse meio com raiva. Então, eu não vi
The shirts of
não tem legal fazer
the
isso, não sei se
internationals
é treino das
not
meninas.
able
No
to
treino
be
acho que não,
in
parece que
today
tem uma
because of the World
possibilidade de
Cup.
ter um jogo misto, um campo reduzido, misturando o time masculino e o time feminino
Ericsson,
das
the new
jogadoras que
signing
estão
from
aqui.
Chelsea, she was in action for Sweden this morning in their win. Georgia Stanway, of course, was Bayern's big signing last
Agora
summer.
parece que tá
She
com
will be part of
os
the
dois
England
clubes do
squad
lado
looking
esquerdo,
to win the World
lado
Cup.
de transmissão da arquibancada reformando,
German
tirar as cadeiras
internationals,
até pra aumentar o número de pessoas no estádio.
of course.
Eu espero que ela não chegue
Schüler.
para visitante, porque senão vai ficar muito perto do campo, né? É bom lá em cima mesmo, atrás da cama, ninguém vê.
Ninguém vê esse bastante lá.
Notably,
Porque se começar a ficar aqui na curva, que nem fica na maioria dos estados, esse osso que vai aparecer demais. Vai ser osso.
win the World Cup themselves for Germany.
Ainda mais, tipo, eu não acho que isso vai acontecer, mas vamos supor que a torcida visitante fique ali. Eu espero também que eles não tirem as cadeiras, porque se a partir do momento que eles tirarem cadeira pra torcida visitante,
Introduction
vai
in
dar
a
muito
matter of
espaço pra torcida
minutes.
visitante fazer, tipo, o que o Bayern fez com o PSG, ficar em pé, sem jogador, aquela assim do bandeira, igual tinha lá na festa.
Apesar que esse espaço muito provavelmente ainda vai ser pra torcida do Bayern ficar ela mesma em pé. Ele fica com
Make their way off
essa daí,
the podium.
agora vai entrar os jogadores. Ele tá o mascote da Allianz aí no canto azul, mó feião. Era melhor não ter o mascote lá, é ridículo.
For the men.
Era melhor não ter que ter esse mascote feio da Allianz.
É uma pessoa que nem ganhou o troféu da Bundesliga que tá segurando agora. Falta de
The
respeito.
Bundesliga trophy is handed
Monte
aside
de reservas. Ninguém pedindo autógrafos.
É lógico, não conhece.
by Sarah Zadrazil.
Aí, tem percutão.
Gives the opportunity for
Então, mais pra falar, mas o
the
jogador
team
do
to sign
Bayern,
a few
nem sei
more
quem
shirts.
é.
Pra voltar autógrafo na canela.
Eu nem sei quem é, mas sei que a jogadora do Bayern autografou minha camisa. Esse cara tem sido que parece o Leão, jogando de São Paulo.
Once again, the fans can see
Mas tem um lugar bonito, né? Impressionante.
themselves on the main screen.
Kimmich,
Você pode mudar sua
Been
camisa.
royally entertained.
posso eu ter essa
A
camisa?
young fan asks Joshua Kimmich whether he can have his shirt, his number 6 shirt.
O Kimmich, esses caras estão fazendo piada de falar que ele vai ser do Bayern, que ele não é mais negociado.
A conta muda da Premier League tá falando que ele vai pro Liverpool, tá do nada, assim, tudo fake
In
news.
Munich.
Ah,
We're here today for the Allianz team presentation.
Agora vai
Just
começar
had
de
the
fato
women's
no time do Bayern.
team
Vai ter
introduced to
apresentação
us.
do Kim, do Guerreiro, do
Down below.
Langer. Quem sabe, né? Parece um Kane da vida, um
Wait
Langer.
for
É, já pensou? É porque se aparecesse,
led by
alguém ia
Thomas
ter
Tuchel.
visto antes, espalhado.
Apesar que ontem a filme do Kane tava em Munique por conta
As
do
head
cara.
coach for his
No ano passado,
first
por
full
exemplo,
season in
anunciaram a
charge
renovação do
of
contrato do Gnabry, aí
very
ele foi
Giants.
renovado e entrou com uma camisa com o distrito 2026 nas costas.
Sim. É, só uma pergunta bem assim. Quem você acha que vai ser o último jogador a entrar, tipo... Último? Eu acho que vai ser o Thomas Müller ou o Neuer. Ou o Kimmich.
20,000 or so inside the Allianz Arena.
Ou que Miller pro seu Miller, ou Neuer pro seu
This
capitão.
afternoon in Munich,
Ou
which is a good
jogador com
turnout
o número mais alto, sabe? Você tem
for this
44.
Allianz team presentation.
Eu acho que vai ser o Kimmich ou Thomas Miller. Ou. Depende de quem vai jogar e quem vai ser o capitão. Acho que o capitão vai ser um dos três. A não ser que o Kane apareça. Realmente vai ser o último.
Bayern heroes,
Mas fica
but a few
legalzinho, tá? São o
new
antigo da
signings,
São
of
Paulo.
course, as well. We'll go through them in more depth.
Mas se for aparecer o Kane
Later on.
Walker, por exemplo, eles vão entrar junto em último. Mas não vai, né? A gente já falou, mas não vai.
And also
E
taking
o carinha
through
mostrando o dedo do meio faz
training after that.
Provavelmente o último a entrar vai ser o Neuer, porque vai entrar pra falar da Bundesliga já.
Lead
A
a
sofrida Bundesliga
public
também.
training session on this hallowed turf
Área VIP
in
totalmente
Munich
vazia,
and
né?
the
Tá
Allianz
as
Arena.
pessoas agora, mas ninguém tá na área VIP, ninguém pagou.
Falta matar os no meio do povão, que apareceu lá, uma hora, né?
Aí, uma demora imensa pra entrar quem importa na posição do time.
As jogadores começaram a entrar, a gente nem percebeu. Os jogadores vai ser essa relação pra
It's
entrar.
packed there. Everyone's
O estádio aonde o pessoal pode
dressed
estar
for the
está
occasion in
praticamente
their
lotado.
Bayern
Sim,
shirts.
só no último andar tem
Lovely
muita
weather
gente, na área VIP, porque
in the
ninguém vai
Bavarian
pagar a área VIP pra isso.
E evidentemente a gente tá reformando também.
Plenty of red shirts, but also
Agora com minha camisa verde
an
do
older kit
Neuer,
there, which you'll see.
esse ano vai ser verde de novo, hein? Isso é maravilhoso. Camisa de goleiro tem que ser, é verde, melhor que camisa de goleiro. Com bar, um azulzinho claro cai bem. Cai bem, mas verde é outro nível.
Fundo, fomos em 2013 na final, né?
See Thomas Tuchel's got ready for training. All the
O Neuer chegou até usando
cones are out there, all the
vezes.
poles,
Só que em 2020 também, no forma do Neuer.
goals already
Ele
Muito de
stationed
cor, né?
out on the
Verde
pitch.
água, laranja, preto.
Ele é muito tipo. Não sei, não, me corrija se estiver
Allianz
certo.
team
O
presentation
forma do Neuer
on
não
the
era verde,
men's
mas apareceu
first team
verde no
squad.
92, alguma coisa assim.
É,
Antes
2023-24
tava o
campaign.
prata e azul, que foi o da final, inclusive.
e que esse prata azul tem uma versão, prata e verde, aliás, tem uma versão que é preta e azul. Os uniformes brasileiros tem várias opções assim, não dá nem pra entender, né? Porque agora escolher.
Só que na temporada passada que ele era preto, a cor é bonita, eu acho que os detalhes da camisa lá, não gostava muito dos detalhes da camisa, parecia muito uniforme do Corinthians.
Mas começou
E o tecido.
Wherever you're watching
Começou a ser
from all
verde.
around the world
E
for
teve
this
laranja no jogo, alguns jogos.
special
Mas também
event,
teve
the
a
team
temporada
presentation.
retrasada, né? Que foi bonitão, que era uniforme laranja, cheio de luz. Que às vezes aparecia preto ou verde, que ele perdia toda a mágica. E aí, vai começar.
Zu diesem Legendenspiel sind wir Wembley. Zur Vorstellung der Mannschaft und zu dieser Trainingseinheit, die wir gleich sehen werden.
But
Aí, vai começar por Thomas Miller, parece, né?
it's the best attendance for this. Showing video of events covering this club over the years.
Vai passando as imagens, né? Espero que não decaia pra lá ficar aí.
Das engagieren wir uns und geben immer etwas zurück. Wir sind ein Team, ein Club, eine Gemeinschaft. Tief verwurzelt in Bayern. bringen
Das sieht man
gefestigte
nicht
ganze
wieder.
Welt zusammen. Denn bei uns sind alle willkommen, die unsere Werte leben. Wir inspirieren nicht nur durch Vorbilder.
Dann will der vorne halt ein bisschen groß.
Wir haben Legenden und Idole. Was uns aber wirklich stark
Through all the legends at this club.
Keiner wird alleine erfolgreich sein.
Wir stehen zusammen, wenn es läuft und vor allem, wenn wir mal am Boden sind. Weil wir glauben, dass wir alles erreichen können, wenn wir eins sind und bleiben.
Ich bin einer von euch und ich werde immer einer von euch bleiben.
Am FC Bayern sind alle mit dem Herzen dabei, auf dem Platz und darüber hinaus, weil der Club einfach eine Herzensangelegenheit für uns ist. Größer als eine einzelne Person, eine Mannschaft oder ein Sport.
Herzlich willkommen, Ole. Mr. Zuverlässig. Unsere Nummer 27, Jan Sommer. Und natürlich auch unsere Nummer 36, Alexander Lübel. Hi Alex. Wir gehen in die Abwehr des FC Bayern München mit der Nummer 2, Dario Upamecano.
So welcome back to the Allianz Arena. Seeing Dayo Upamecano introduced to the Munique faithful by a defender.
Wir freuen uns sehr, dass ab sofort das Trikot des FC Bayern München trägt. Wird in seiner Heimat liebevoll das Monster genannt. Und in Italien haben sie ihn zum besten Abwehrspieler der letzten Saison gewählt.
We're getting ready for a new signing now. Min-jae Kim is going to wear the number 3 from South Korea, signing from Napoli, voted the best defender in Serie A. Really improving player, improving centre defender, 26 years old from South Korea.
Welcome to Munich. Wir wissen auch, was wir an ihm haben. Unsere Nummer 4, Matthijs de Ligt.
Another defender now, Matthijs de Ligt, Dutch defender. Real top performer at the back for Bayern last season.
Und auch er in der Abwehr unverzichtbar. Unsere Nummer 5. Und was habt ihr mir schon Weißbiere über den Kopf geschüttet?
Here comes the Frenchman, Benjamin Pavard. World Cup winner, 4 times a Bundesliga winner with Bayern Munich.
Ein Raunen jedes Mal geht durchs Stadion, wenn er seine Sprints anzieht. Hier auf der linken Seite einer unserer schnellsten. Das ist mit der Nummer 19. Hey, brother, Alfonso Davis.
Here comes Alfonso Davis from Canada. 5 times a Bundesliga winner already in his early 20s. Really strong performer on the left-hand side
Jede Mannschaft braucht einen
for Bayern.
breiten Kader mit Profis, auf die man sich verlassen kann. So wie auf ihn, unsere 20, Buna Sarr.
Senegal defender Bouna Sarr is next up on stage. Three times a Bundesliga winner in his 3 seasons. Only played 28 games. We'll be looking to
Und wir freuen uns
improve
sehr,
on that record.
dass auch er neu bei uns in München ist. Er hat sich überlegt, nachdem er viele Jahre unser Rivale war und da auch wirklich uns vor manche Aufgaben gestellt hat. Er hat sich leider etwas verletzt, deswegen kommt er hier mit Krücken hoch. Aber umso größer der Applaus und das Willkommen.
Another new signing making his way. Rafael Guerreiro, the Portuguese. You see he's injured there at the moment. He suffered a calf injury. So get well soon, Rafael. He's signed from Dortmund on a free transfer.
Alles Gute, gute Besserung, Rafael, dass du bald wieder spielen kannst. Er ist vielleicht einer für die Zukunft. Wir haben Perlen im Verein und das ist schön. Männer wie ihn mit der 28.
One for the future. Number 28, Tarek Buchmann. Just 18 years old. One for the defense. Born in Augsburg.
Tarek, alles Gute für die neue Saison. Mit der Nummer 40 bei uns in der Abwehr. Der Name, ich liebe ihn jedes Mal, wenn ich ihn aussprechen darf. Ladies and Gentlemen, hier ist für den FC Bayern München Nusair Mazraoui.
Comes the Moroccan Nusair Mazraoui. Had a strong first season at the club, did the Moroccan. Scored a goal and 4 assists. More appearances than many were expecting in his first season in Munich.
Und auch er einer aus unserer Schmiede, wenn man so sagen will, wirklich einer aus
Next up is the young Croatian defender.
auch schon für tolle Spiele gemacht hat für den FC Bayern. Unsere 44.
Played in the World Cup for Croatia already. It's Josip Stanisic. Promising future ahead of him. Normally plays on the right side of defense.
Auch ein begnadeter Hobbykoch, der Josef. So, Freunde. Und jetzt deutscher Meister in der letzten Saison. Und wer ihn kennt, weiß, dass er das auch im kommenden Jahr werden will. Und noch viel mehr. Hier ist unsere Nummer 6. Hier ist Joshua Kimmich.
Here come the midfielders, starting with Joshua Kimmich. Another strong season for Kimmich in midfield. 5 goals and 6 assists. Regular in the Bayern midfield. Bayern's number 6, Joshua Kimmich.
Und kongenial immer in seiner Seite im defensiven Mittelfeld. Unsere Nummer 8, Leon Goretzka.
Number 8, Leon Goretzka. Another German midfielder. Be looking to have a better season this time around, Goretzka.
So richtig durchstartet, der Paul. Unsere Nummer 14, Paul Wanner.
Next up, the young Austrian midfielder Paul Wanner became Bayern's youngest ever player last season. Next up, the Austrian midfielder Marcel Sabitzer spent a lot of last season on loan at Manchester United, but he's back with Bayern at the moment. Looking to impress Thomas Tuchel.
Und wir freuen uns auch auf ihn. Wir alle wissen, was kann. Denn gegen ihn zu spielen ist
be joined by another Austrian coming up. Another new signing. And it's Konrad Leimer, signed from Leipzig. Saw him score in this stadium a few months ago for Leipzig in their comeback victory. But he'll be pulling on the Bayern shirt this season. Keen to impress in midfield.
Applaus bitte für euch, für die Nummer 38 im Mittelfeld des FC Bayern München, Ryan Gravenberch.
Here comes the Dutch youngster, Ryan Gravenberch. He'll be looking to get more minutes this season. He was substitute a lot of times last season. Substitute 20 occasions in the Bundesliga.
Als nächstes, meine Damen und Herren, der Mann, der auch seinen Teil dazu beigetragen hat, dass der FC Bayern bei diesem Herzschlagfinale.
Here comes the man who sealed that dramatic title win with that winning goal in Cologne. Number 42, Jamal Musiala. A bright future he has ahead of him. Not just goals, but he was top assist giver for Bayern last season. Such a bright future ahead of him, Jamal Musiala. One of the world's top young players. Here comes Serge Gnabry, who finished the season in a rich vein of form for Bayern Munich, scoring many important goals for Thomas Tuchel as they snatched the title right at the end. You see Gnabry with his new blonde hairstyle. Bayern's top scorer in the Bundesliga last season.
Wir freuen uns, dass das Bayern-Trikot anhat. Unsere Nummer 10, Leroy Sané.
Here comes number 10, Leroy Sané. Joined, of course, from Manchester City. Will be looking to impress Thomas Tuchel early on in this campaign.
Viele von euch sind gespannt, was jetzt noch für Spieler kommen. Apropos kommen. Hier ist die Nummer 11, Kingsley Coman.
Here's Kingsley Coman. 8 Bundesliga titles already at Bayern Munich. In fact, he's won the league title in every season of his professional career, not just with Bayern, Juventus and PSG in France. So he's used to winning titles. Scored the winning goal, of course, in the 2020 Champions League final against his whole team.
Einige Treffer erzielt
PSG.
in der Bundesliga. Er ist Mr. Zuverlässig. Unsere Nummer 13, Erik Maxim Choupo-Moting.
Here comes Eric Choupo-Moting, the underrated striker. Scored 10 goals last season, 10 important goals. Up front for Bayern Munich. Here comes Sadio Mane, signed from Liverpool. And set for his second season in Munich. Looking to impress Thomas Tuchel.
Mittlerweile, was seine Trophäensammlung angeht, ich glaube, mittlerweile muss er anbauen, damit er alles noch unterkriegt, was der Mann für Preise hortet seit so vielen Jahren. Ihr wisst, von wem ich rede. Einer von uns noch, der echte Bayer. Hier ist unsere Nummer 25.
Here comes one of us, a real Bavarian, Thomas Müller. Been at the club since 2008. He's won 12 Bundesliga titles, over 600 appearances for the club, 219 goals for Bayern at last count. Thomas Müller, he is Mr. Bayern from a playing point of view.
Unsere Perlen, auch denen die Zukunft gehört. Wir wissen, was wir da für Goldstücke haben. Wie zum Beispiel unsere Nummer 32, Gabriel Vidovic.
Number 32, Gabriel Vidovic, a young striker. Spent last season on loan to Vitesse Arnhem. Big things are expected of him in the future.
Mit der Nummer 37 auch im Sturm, Malik Tillman.
Another player to have spent last year on loan was Malik Tillman. He was in Scotland with the Rangers, Glasgow Rangers. He's come back to Munich for this season and ready to catch Thomas Tuchel's eye.
Wir alle wissen, Mensch, Meier, irgendwann und ihm gehört die Zukunft, hoffentlich bei uns beim FC Bayern. Da sind wir zuversichtlich mit der 39, Mathis Tell.
Another impressive young talent, the French striker with an eye for goal is Mathis Tell. He scored 5 important Bundesliga goals last season in his debut campaign, and he will be one for the future for Bayern Munich. Another striker coming up, Arion Ibrahimovic. Became the second youngest debutant in February of this year against Bochum. No relation to the other Ibrahimovic. Slightly more famous one.
Der wieder auf dem Weg ist, nach Verletzung wieder der Alte zu werden. Möge das möglichst schnell passieren. Hier ist unsere Nummer 1. Hier ist Manuel Neuer.
And last but not least, Manuel Neuer, Bayern's captain and number 1, Germany's number 1, on his way back from injury after that skiing accident. It's a really unfortunate incident during a skiing holiday. He's on his way back. He won't be long now for Neuer. Whether he makes it back for the start of the season, that remains to be seen.
Unseres Trainerteams als da wären und auch Sie haben großen Anteil an allem, was hier passiert in der Allianz Arena. Hier sind Anthony Berry, Arno Michels, Sold Löw, dann Fitnesspapst Holger Broich, unser Torwarttrainer Michael Rechner und sein Assistent Nikolaus Meyer. Hier sind die Assistenztrainer.
And here come the assistant coaches, Anthony Barry, Arno Michels, Sold Löw, Dr. Holger Broich and Michael Rechner. And that will leave just one man to introduce, the head coach.
Ja, und dann fehlt eigentlich Dann fehlt eigentlich nur noch einer, der Chefdirigent, wenn ich ihn so nennen darf. Hier ist der Cheftrainer des FC Bayern München. Hier ist Thomas Tuchel.
Here comes Thomas Tuchel, assisted by a ball girl and a ball boy. Tuchel claps the appreciative fans, reciprocated by his squad.
So, Freunde, nur ganz kurz, einfach. Weißt du, Schönes? Steht dir gut, lieber Konrad. Muss ich ehrlich sagen, steht dir gut. Hervorragende Farben. Willkommen
Interview now with Konrad Leimer.
deine ersten Tage, wir waren deine ersten Wochen.
Going on about his first few weeks in Munich, which have been excellent. Been integrated into the team very well, and then having a lot of fun in Munich at the moment.
Bitte fit und wir wissen alle, was du kannst. Ich habe es vorhin gesagt, gegen dich zu spielen ist nicht immer ein Vergnügen. Umso besser, dass du jetzt auf uns oder das letztes Mal.
Leimer, of course, scored that goal against Bayern for Leipzig a couple of months ago, but Bayern went on to win the title.
Natürlich, es interessiert uns alle. Mama, kannst du uns ein Update geben?
A few questions for Manuel Neuer now. Update on his injury.
Ich habe natürlich klasse Vertreter, wie man hier sieht. Wir brauchen uns keine Sorgen zu machen. Und ich bin
He's doing very well, but Bayern don't need any worries about his replacements. He has good backup keepers.
Alex, also einfach Schritt für Schritt. Trotzdem, Manu, wie gehst du in die neue Saison? Was? Ja gut, ich kenne dich, ich weiß, was deine Ziele
Asked about he's going to go into the new season.
Ich freue mich auf die kommende Saison und arbeite, wie ich gerade schon gesagt habe, hart daran, dass ich schnell wieder zurückkehren kann.
Das wünschen wir ihm alle, oder?
He's looking forward to the new season, says Neuer, and he's really working hard ahead of the new campaign to get back fit as soon as possible.
Ich weiß auch nicht, aber
Over to the next injured player, Rafael Guerrero.
ein Verein, aber es steht dir schon auch sehr. Wir freuen uns. Wie geht's dir, Mensch? Gute Besserung an der Stelle.
Yes, it's really hard to start like that, but we'll show you a better pace in the next weeks.
Natürlich denkt man, ein günstiger Start, wenn man sich dann zum Trainingsauftakt auch gleich verletzt. Aber er ist sehr optimistisch, dass er dann in ein paar Wochen
Guerrero's optimistic that he can make it back as soon as possible to help Bayern on the left side of defence.
Hattest du die Möglichkeit nach diesem Meisterschaft?
A few words with Joshua Kimmich.
Letztendlich. Natürlich gab es danach auch gleich wieder Nationalmannschaftsverpflichtungen, aber kommt man auch mal dazu, ein bisschen runterzukommen?
Asking if he had time to relax and recuperate.
Du hast es ja richtig gesagt, für uns ging es dann 1-2 Wochen später weiter. Da waren wir dann weniger erfolgreich. Dementsprechend sind wir schon.
Not really. We had a few games with Germany and we weren't so successful.
Der Dinge, die da kommen, wir alle kennen dich. Worauf darf sich der Bayern-Fan freuen in der neuen Saison?
Da schauen wir mal.
He's asked what he can look forward to in the new season.
Aber wir sind auf jeden Fall ausgeruht und
We're all rested now and we're all looking forward to the new season. Kimmich says.
Und richtig ernstzunehmenden Trainingseinheit. Ich hoffe, ich werde danach auch kurz mit Thomas Tuchel kurz sprechen während dieser Trainingseinheit, die jetzt dann gleich startet. Da spielen wir allerdings keine Musik, auch habt da bitte Verständnis, weil das wirklich eine sehr ernsthafte Saisonvorbereitung ist. Und darf ich euch kurz zum Foto bitten, auch ganz kurz, wir brauchen dann ein Foto von euch und gleich geht es dann also los mit dieser Trainingseinheit. Hier ist der Lizenzspielerkader 23 bei dieser Allianz Team Presentation. Alles Gute, Jungs!
So that was the last moments of the Allianz team presentations. We see a few photos coming up with the whole squad assembled. And then we'll get ready for training.
Abel, du brauchst sie noch da drüben, oder?
See all the training cones and goals are already set up behind the podium there. So Thomas Tuchel will be able to get going pretty soon. We have the stage still on the pitch, the Allianz stage there. Final photos of this Allianz team presentation. For 2023, 2024. Bayern will be looking for their 12th consecutive Bundesliga campaign, ending in winning the Bundesliga, of course. They've won it 11 years, 11 seasons in a row. Borussia Dortmund thought they'd had it, but denied right at the end by Jamal Musiala's goal in Cologne to snatch the title from Dortmund. And Müller, Thomas Müller there, he can call himself a 12-time Bundesliga winner. He won't be training today. He's got a hip injury. He needs to rest, Thomas Müller. He's just there for the introduction and the photos. But he'll be able to sign lots of shirts and jerseys and Bayern fan products. As Thomas Tuchel takes the opportunity to take on board a chewing gum. It's the Bayern squad launch a few footballs into the stands. The women's team, of course, there also going to help distribute a few Bayern balls.
Ja, Stefan, das ist richtig. Ich bin ja schon eine Weile dabei und dieser Club ist etwas sehr Besonderes und diese Gemeinschaft auch mit Stolz Teil dieser Gemeinschaft sein zu dürfen. Es kribbelt natürlich auf andere Art und Weise, das ist richtig. Ich bin voller Vorfreude auf diese Saison. Wir sind natürlich mitten in der Vorbereitung und ich würde mir sehr wünschen, dass es eine richtig gute Saison wird. Insofern freue ich mich, mit allen Fans heute hier zu sein und die Mannschaft dort erleben zu können.
Photos there with Choupo-Moting, the Cameroonian striker.
Das Allerschönste, muss ich ehrlicherweise sagen, war diese Freude zu sehen. Also so ein Dante, der
balls being
sich verändert hat, der sofort
distributed into the stands by the women's team.
Genauso wie vor 10 Jahren. Ich hatte ja das große Glück, vor 10 Jahren auch dabei zu sein. Und diese Mannschaft hat sich überhaupt nicht verändert. Die lebt einen Teamgeist und genau den braucht es auch, so große Freude.
The Bayern men get ready for their own drills here on the pitch in front of 45,000, record attendance for the Allianz team presentation.
Du hast es gesagt, Stefan, wir haben den 23. Juli. Das ist eine verdammt lange Zeit und alle wollen noch was schreiben können. Deswegen, aber nein, Quatsch beiseite. Wir haben, glaube ich, eine fantastische Mannschaft. Wir haben ja schon 3 Neuzugänge mit Jake King, Conny Leimer, Raphael, der sich leider ja gestern verletzt hat. 3 fantastische Spieler.
Some interviews on the pitch with President Heiner. Saying that they've added to the squad with 3 fantastic signings. Very optimistic for the new season. He's also asked about Harry Kane. Tried to get an answer out of the Bayern board member. There was nothing doing, no response on the potential arrival of England's striker, Harry Kane.
Also absolut. Ich meine, erstens mal, wir haben 9 Spielerinnen überhaupt bei der WM. Wir haben 4 Spielerinnen, deutsche Spielerinnen bei der deutschen Nationalmannschaft. Eine unserer Spielerinnen, Georgia Stanley, hat gestern ein Tor geschossen für England gegen Haiti.
On to the women's team now, talking about having 9 players representing Bayern at the World Cup for their countries.
Wir wollen ihnen, wenn sie nach Hause kommen, allen, egal welche Nation, natürlich eine Bühne bereiten. Und deswegen haben wir uns entschieden, das allererste Mal ein Bundesligaspiel in der Arena zu machen. Und für alle, die heute hier sind, ihr seid tolle Fans. Und wir würden uns freuen, wenn ihr unsere Mannschaft unterstützt. Wir werden am 14. Oktober, Vorverkauf fängt am Mittwoch der nächsten Woche an, das erste Bundesliga-Heimspiel als Premiere haben für unsere Bundesliga-Frauenmannschaft am 14. Oktober, jetzt in diesem Jahr, gegen Frankfurt.
News that Bayern's women team will hold their first ever Bundesliga game at the Allianz Arena on the 14th of October against Eintracht Frankfurt. So that's something to look forward to. Tickets will be available via the usual channels soon. We saw an amazing crowd at the Allianz Arena for a Champions League game last campaign. Expect the same for that Bundesliga game against Frankfurt on the 14th of October in this very stadium. Look forward to that very much.
So, eins nach dem anderen hier, denn das ist ja ganz wichtig. Gerade eben umjubelt Jamal Musiala bei der Team.
Müller will be watching from the substitutes bench.
Du bist ja von den Fans des FC Bayern München zum Spieler der vergangenen Saison gewählt worden. Das werdet ihr alle wissen. Da schon mal herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Interview now with Jamal Musiala, voted Player of the Year last season.
Der Mannschaftskapitän unseres Kids-Clubs ist, ja!
He's been named the new captain of the Kids Club. FC Bayern Kids Club has a new captain, and that's Jamal Musiala. What an honor that will be for the young man to captain the Kids Club. Players talking final moments before training. See Alexander Nubel, another Bayern keeper there, the furthest left of the keepers, number 36. He was on loan at Monaco last season. Interested to see his future, whether he can challenge Manuel Neuer, or whether he's set for another loan spell. Back to Musiala, says he's looking forward to being captain of the Kids Club and having a lot of fun with the kids. See the Bayern basketball mascot Ben, not to be confused with Bernie.
Also alle, die noch nicht im Kids Club sind, macht euch da mal schlau. Wir haben eine sehr schöne Website, was da alles angeboten wird für den Fan-Nachwuchs des FC Bayern München. Da hat man wirklich nur Vorteile und dann seid ihr alle.
So we have a new captain of the Kids Club, Jamal Musiala,
Also, jetzt im Kids Club einfach mal schlau machen.
as Thomas Tuchel gets his squad together for final instructions
Thomas Tuchel und die Mannschaft.
for the training session. Be interested to see what language that was in. So we have a few new signings who won't speak any German. Min-Jae Kim, most notably, signed from Napoli in Serie A, but he's a South Korean international with a very strong presence at the back as the Bayern squad start off with some very light jogging. It seems to be a comfortable pace that even I could keep up to. Gives them the opportunity to wave to the fans over on the far side. Some photos being taken. Serge Gnabry leading from the front with Joshua Kimmich in behind. It's Dr. Holger Broik right at the front with Serge Gnabry. The goalkeepers make their way off to do their training as the warm-ups continue with some more stretching exercises.
Eine richtige Durchsage irgendwo. Ach, hat sich erledigt. Ach, das ist schön. Wir hatten gerade einen 7-Jährigen, der Mama und Papa sucht, aber ich höre, in der Sekunde hat sich erledigt. Sehr schön.
Thomas Tuchel, of course, in charge for his first full season with Bayern Munich.
Liebe Bayern, nur ganz kurz, das ist uns wichtig, da möchte ich euch darauf hinweisen. Wir wollen euch natürlich fragen, was ihr für eine Meinung habt, auch zur heutigen Veranstaltung. Es gibt da tolle Sachen noch zu gewinnen.
As the pace stepped up a little bit up the front with Serge Gnabry. See the goalkeepers, including Jan Sommer there. They'll be doing some of their own training. Sven Ulreich, Jan Sommer, and Alexander Nubel. Manuel Neuer not quite ready to take part in the team training session. There's Musiala, the last one on the line there. What a player he is. Such a bright future ahead of him. Could have played for England, of course, but he decided to play for Germany, and they will be very happy with Musiala's decision. Anthony Barry there, one of Thomas Tuchel's assistant coaches, giving out the instructions. Glabry in picture there. Strong finish to the season from him. Just some simple ball warm-ups here. Leroy Sané. The Moroccan Mazraoui next up. Matisse Tel, the young French striker. Sadio Mane. Next in line. Thomas Tuchel, of course, won the Champions League with Chelsea, beating Manchester City. He'll have his sights set on a successful campaign with Bayern Munich, looking to go deeper in the competition than they did last year when they lost to the eventual winners, Manchester City, the quarter-finals. Bayern have made some strong signings. The South Korean defender Min Jae Kim, he'll add presence to the back line. When he's fit, Rafael Guerreiro will strengthen the left side, give competition to Alphonso Davies. We have Konrad Laimer adding bite to the midfield. Be interesting to see if there's any more late additions to the squad to add real strength in numbers. See Marcel Sabitzer, who has come back from a successful loan in Manchester with Manchester United. So he's not really had a chance under Thomas Tuchel, so he can really impress Tuchel on this Audi summer tour of Asia. And they'll play Manchester City once again. Three goalkeepers going through their paces. Sven Ulreich, Jan Sommer and Alexander Nubel. So Bayern are well stocked in top goalkeepers. Should Manuel Neuer not make a full recovery. But we're all hopeful that Neuer will be back sometime around the start of the new season. Some more drills and instructions from Anthony Barry, Thomas Tuchel's assistant coach. Just some quick passing and control, which all these players should naturally deal with very easily indeed. All these drills are taking place quite close to the fans so that they can take some photos with their heroes. See what's going on at close hand. Some passing and movement drills, which needs to be ingrained. Thomas Tuchel's system is all about passing and movement. There's Tuchel deep in conversation with his assistant, Anthony Barry. They worked together at Chelsea. Enjoyed a successful time together, winning the Champions League in 2021 and followed it up with the FIFA Club World Cup and the UEFA Super Cup. There's the new Kids Club captain, Musiala, as we take a break, and the whistle just went, so there'll be more instructions from Tuchel and his staff. As Bounassar tries to keep loose there, number 20, the Senegal international defender, heading into his 4th season in Munich now. He's played only 28 games in those 3 seasons, but he's a solid backup. See the goalkeepers there on the top of the screen going through some passing drills themselves. Passing and control of the ball is more important now than it used to be for a goalkeeper, for a top-level goalkeeper. Needs to be comfortable kicking the ball, passing the ball, controlling the ball from tight areas. Something, of course, which Manuel Neuer has shown over many, many years now that he's very comfortable doing himself. Training continues, picking up the pace a little bit now with the passing, increase in tempo. Players going around a few slalom poles in a sprint as they build up slowly intensity in the session. It's a new signing there, Bayern's number 3, Min-Jae Kim. What a signing he may be. Top-rated defender in Serie A with their champions Napoli. He's going to pull on that number 3 shirt for Bayern. Interesting to see what sort of defensive system Thomas Tuchel employs. He also has De Ligt, Matthias De Ligt, and Dayot Upamecano, not to mention Benjamin Pavard. Alphonso Davies on the left side. So many options for Tuchel in defence. Jan Sommer on screen now. Enjoyed a solid season, joining from Borussia Mönchengladbach in the winter break as news of Manuel Neuer's skiing injury broke. Bayern were forced to add to their goalkeeping options, and Jan Sommer filled in very decently. Very reliable goalkeeper from Switzerland, Jan Sommer. This looks like a mini rondo session, which we used to see all the time with Pep Guardiola. It's mostly a lot of midfielders in that group. For those rondos trying to keep the ball away from those guys in the middle. As Sven Ulreich goes through his paces, replaced by Alexander Nubel, back in Munich at the moment. Spent a very successful loan spell in France with Monaco. Interesting to see his future. Talented young goalkeeper Alexander Nubel, as Thomas Tuchel looks on, chewing his gum in Carlo Ancelotti style. In discussion now with Holger Broich, the club doctor. Takes an active role in fitness and training sessions. We see the goalkeeper coach there, Michael Rechner, explaining a few things to the keepers. Jan Sommer getting ready. And Nubel on the floor. As Tuchel puts on a pink bib. Ready for the next set of training. He's going to whistle on a stopwatch. And some very chewable gum. What's in store for Tuchel in his first full season, his second season in Bavaria, as Bayern look for their 12th Bundesliga in succession. All eyes will be on the Champions League. It's Leimer and De Ligt in the middle in this set of rondos, as Leimer is replaced by Kimmich. Two Germans in the middle now, Serge Gnabry and Joshua Kimmich. It's too easy. As the new signing, Kim, goes in the middle, as Tuchel looks on, very pensive at the moment. Hopefully we'll see a training game to finish this off after this extensive warm-up from the men's squad for this coming campaign, 2023-24. Three goalkeepers still at it: Sommer, Nubel and Ulreich. Good handling there from Alexander Nubel. Strong hands. It's really good. Hasn't dropped one yet, and they've been really fired at him. Good hands from Nubel. So he moves on to the next station. Goes to ground and holds every one of them again. And he'll be replaced by another keeper there. More rondos in this little session, which includes Musiala and Sabitzer in there. And there we have Bernie the Bear getting in on the action. I'm sure he's got a good engine in midfield. So Bernie the Bear, or Ben the Bayern basketball mascot. Certainly got some good feet, the Bayern mascot. He should go in the middle and see if it's any easier for him there. Thomas Tuchel enjoys a laugh with his assistant Arno Michels as they watch on. They'll be very positive ahead of the new season. Will continue their preparations in Asia at the Audi Summer Tour coming up in the next few days. The highlight of that Summer Tour is the game against Manchester City. Bayern will play games in Tokyo and Singapore in the Audi Summer Tour. First up in Tokyo against Manchester City, July the 26th. So not long to wait for that one. Followed up a few days later in Tokyo again against Kawasaki Frontale. So a local Japanese side will face the German giants in Tokyo. Once again before the final match of the Audi Summer Tour against Liverpool in Singapore for the Singapore trophy presented by Audi. So I was doing Liverpool an injustice possibly. Two big matches against giants from the Premier League. Firstly in Tokyo and then in Singapore against Liverpool. As the Bayern squad is called together again. Getting ready for a bit of a game here. Leroy Sané is having fun. Looking for your 12th consecutive Bundesliga title in a row. See some shooting drills now coming up. The three keepers have enjoyed a long, extensive warm-up. The outfield players will be keen to their shooting against these keepers. Getting their final instructions from Tuchel's assistant coach, Anthony Barry, and Salt. Looks like the players need to concentrate because this might be fairly complicated. Serge Gnabry in his new hairstyle. Konrad Laimer, the new signing, the Austrian midfielder. A lot of instructions just for this drill. Well, and there is some final shooting into the net by Paul Vanner, Bayern's youngest ever player, past Alexander Nubel. You see Bayern's number 3, the new signing. High hopes him in central defence. Impressed last season in Italy with Napoli. I'm a leader at the back. Certainly has all the attributes, the South Korean international. He'll be heading back to Asia in a couple of days as part of the Bayern squad for the Audi Summer Tour. With those mouth-watering games against Liverpool and Manchester City. Kim. He said a few quotes at his introduction press conference. And on his choice of squad number, he says, "I was given 3. My aim is to give everything and continue the tradition of this squad number." He talked to Thomas Tuchel in screen there, and Min-Jae Kim said, "He told me how I fit with FC Bayern. If we play with a back 3, then I'll play in a back 3. If we play with a back 4, I'll play in a back 4. If the coach puts me on the left, I'll play on the left. If the coach puts me on the right, I'll play on the right." He was asked about his understanding with his teammates. "Generally, we communicate in English, but my aim is to learn German as quickly as possible." Good luck with that, Min-Jae. Fired over by Licht. Min-Jae Kim at the back post. There's Musiala. Josip Stanisic, young Croatian defender. Solid performer on the right-hand side of defence. The Moroccan, Musaya Mazrouri. Good to see many of these 45,000 have stayed behind to watch their heroes train this afternoon in the Allianz Arena under Thomas Tuchel's tutelage. Tuchel talking to his assistant Stolt Löw. Hands out further instructions. Musiala there together with Leon Goretzka. They won the Bundesliga title. Leimer said after his introduction and after the friendly against Rotak Egern, which Bayern won quite nicely by 27-0. Leimer said, of course, it's a nice moment to wear the shirt for the first time. It's definitely a moment you'll remember. First game, first goal, more of the same. Yeah, Konrad Leimer will add real presence to the Bayern midfield. Solid performer for the Austrian national side and Leipzig. We won't see Rafael Guerrero because he's injured his calf. Get well soon, Rafael. He was also quoted after the friendly win against Rotak Egern. Guerrero said, it's a nice feeling to play for Bayern and to win, but the most important thing was we were able to move about on a pitch and all develop a feeling for one another. The intensity in the training camp is really high so far. Intensity, unfortunately, led to an injury for the Portuguese international. I hope you get better soon, Rafael. Good to have you back on the pitch for the start of the new season. Bayern fans still taking on this training session. Waving to the cameras. As the whistle blows, players move towards the halfway line. Take on some refreshment after a more intensive drill. Plenty of water needed. It's been a really hot day in the Bavarian capital. Temperatures in the high 70s. Reminder, we've had the introduction of the men's and women's teams today as part of the Allianz team presentations. We also had a wonderful Legends game between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund to celebrate Bayern's epic win in the Champions League in 2013. Anthony Barry continues barking out instructions. As Thomas Tuchel works his chewing gum. The bibs are handed out. Some orange, some yellow. There's Musiala in an orange bib. Also blue bibs on display now. As Tuchel explains to Min-Jae Kim what he wants from this little session. sure that's being done in English for the benefit of Min-Jae Kim. Kim looks to have understood what Tuchel wants. So we have orange, yellow and blue. Tuchel inquires about the time. The blue are posted towards the rear of the section, to the sides. Interesting to see what this drill has in store for us. Ball retention. Blue and yellow are playing together against orange. That's what it is. Gnabry gives the ball away to Leroy Sané twice. Orange have the ball now, together with blue, and yellow will defend. Yellow and blue and orange will defend this occasion. So whoever loses control of the ball will defend. That's the rules that I've picked up. So orange will defend again, up against blue and yellow. Orange win it back. And orange lose the ball, so they'll defend again. Now yellow will defend. Sadio Mane in there as part of the yellow side. Watched closely by Thomas Tuchel. Blue and yellow team up, and orange win the ball back. Orange and blue, and yellow will defend. Nice aerial shots of the Allianz Arena and the team training. Welcome once again to this extravaganza at the Allianz Arena. This is part of the Allianz team presentation for this season. We have the team training at the moment. Been really spoilt with activities today. We've had the heroes from 2013 celebrating their win at Wembley with another win today in the Allianz Arena against Dortmund. as FC Bayern legends. 1-2-1, as they did at Wembley, of course, in 2013. We've had the introduction of the women's squad, closely followed by the men's squad, and now we have team training led by Thomas Tuchel. Short break. More instructions from Anthony Barry as Tuchel looks on from the sideline. Three goalkeepers still going through their paces. Jan Sommer, Sven Ulreich and Alexander Nubel. Manuel Neuer not quite fit enough to take part in this little session. Play continues with this sharp drill. Looks to be orange defending now, and yellow and blue. Orange seem to be doing a lot of defending. It means that they're giving the ball away a lot more than yellow and blue. Orange and yellow up against blue now. This is all part of Thomas Tuchel's idea of football. The passing and the movement. Players wish a happy birthday to former Bayern coach Julian Nagelsmann. Celebrates his 36th birthday today. Another man to celebrate a birthday today was Giovanni Elber, celebrating his 51st birthday. The Bayern legend and Bayern club ambassador. It's an impressive picture there on screen. As yellow pick it up, teaming up now with orange, and blue will chase the ball. Thomas Tuchel will be happy with what he's seeing here. Bayern will fly to Asia in due course. Set up base in Tokyo and face Manchester City. Champions League holders, Manchester City. Premier League champions in the first match of the Audi Summer Tour. Goalkeepers continue there. Jan Sommer and Sven Ulreich lifting the goal. To the sideline. Play continues with this passing and possession drill. As the whistle goes. Time for a quick drink. As Anthony Barry continues with his instructions. The session continues at the Allianz Arena. This is live team training for Bayern Munich ahead of the new season under Thomas Tuchel. We have 3 small teams in this little session: blue bibs, yellow bibs and orange bibs. Constant rotation. The ball almost permanently in play. The aim being to hold on to the ball. If you give it away, you become the defending team. As Leroy Sané takes a break. Really intense session, this. Joshua Kimmich is part of the blue side, of the blue bibs, with Serge Gnabry. New signing, Min-Jae Kim. Over there on the far side in the orange bib. Upamecano across to Kim. Gnabry, Kimmich. And yellows are doing a lot of chasing at the moment. They can't get hold of the ball. It's good from orange and blue. Very impressive ball retention. They still have it. This time blue will chase the ball. How long will it be before they win it back? They have it already. Yellow will chase again. There's Dr. Holger Broik holding the tablet. And yellows are still chasing this ball. They finally win it back over in the far corner. There's Paul Vanna, Bayern's youngest ever player. Interesting to see who Paul Vanna ends up playing for, whether he'll play for Austria. He's born in Dornbirn in Austria. He's also qualified to play for Germany as well. Bright future ahead of him. Young midfield talent. Serge Gnabry taking on plenty of fluid. Hot day in Munich today. Temperatures pushing 80 degrees. As Joshua Kimmich talks with Arion Ibrahimovic, no relation to Zlatan, but he has a very bright future ahead of him, does young Ibrahimovic. Just 18 years old, Ibrahimovic. Coming to the end of this session, Anthony Barry and Tuchel's assistant coaches continue with their instructions, very detailed. You could see the goalkeepers in action as well. They'll be part of this little session. Sven Ulreich is there, Alexander Nubel and Jan Sommer. Just a few meters away, near the other goal. Jamal Musiala listens to the final instructions. From Zoltlov, Tuchel's assistant coach. Looks like we're keeping the blue, yellow and orange setup with the bibs. Remains to be seen what the final aim of this session will be. Probably to work the goalkeepers. Shots on target. There's Matthijs de Ligt, the Dutch defender. Malik Tillman has returned from the Rangers in Scotland. He's in a little group with the new signing Min Jae Kim. Well, they've been well entertained, these Bayern fans, this afternoon. Firstly with the Legends game, then the team presentation sponsored by Allianz. now this team training session. Very narrow pitch. Blue to the sides with orange and yellow in the middle. Led by assistant coach Anthony Barry, and Tuchel Thomas will get us underway with his whistle. And a smile. Konrad Laimer in the yellow bib. Goretzka alongside him. Sven Ulreich quickly off his line to give the ball to Konrad Laimer. Across to Matisse Tail. Orange chasing at the moment. Good stop with his boot by Alexander Nubel as we see Thomas Müller. Ulreich finds Sadio Mane now. Mane in there. Quick throw from Nubel to Musiala. Yellow pick it up. And Goretzka's in there, and that's the goal from Arihon Ibrahimovic. Took it well. Another firm shot, this time from Sadio Mane. Good save by Alexander Nubel. Orange defending. It's Tell in there. Orange will come clear. Kimmich has it. Headed. Good save by Sven Ulreich with his left hand. It's all happening, all action here. Quick drill at both ends. Action. Vanna with his yellow bibs are defending. Charge down shot. Konrad Laimer picks it up now with his yellow bib. Sadio Mane seeing plenty of the ball. Headed out by Paul Vanna. It's a good cross by Serge Gnabry, headed in by Matisse Tell. Leaving Nubel no chance. Mane get a shot off just over the bar from Sadio Mane. The aim of this drill is to test the keepers, get shots on target. Ulreich makes the comfortable save. Take a short break. Bit of liquid. Break is over, back in action. It's Blue defending, and they have the ball. Serge Gnabry. Powerful shot, which we didn't catch because the camera was on Thomas Müller. Mazraoui with a deflected shot past Sven Ulreich. Kimmich. Another one into Alexander Nubel's net. Ibrahimovic with another one. This is a good drill to try and break down tight defences. There's no space, there's no width on this pitch. It's all happening very quick. Quick feet, quick passing, quick shooting. Blue defending, but they do that well. They've done that very well together as a unit. They're led by Yoshio Kimmich. You see Alexander Nubel. He's beaten again. He's not having a very happy afternoon in this drill. He's left with very little chance in this session. Some good finishing by the blues and yellow in particular. Jan Sommer. Still wearing some mouth protection there. Goretzka floats it forward. The Blues will break. As this little session comes to an end. Nubel looks a bit deflated with the defending by the Oranges in particular, leaving a little bit to be desired. Session continues after a short break. Impressive aerial pictures of this little session. Good save by Sven Ulreich. Really dependable goalkeeper, Sven Ulreich, the ex-Stuttgart man, ex-Hamburg. He's always there when Bayern need them after some injuries in recent seasons to Manuel Neuer in particular. Another good save from Ulreich. Down quickly to his left. Push that past the post. They come again. Another chance for Ulreich to impress. Good handling from the experienced goalkeeper. Musiala on picture there. you missed it, he's been named captain of the kids club. What an honour that is for Jamal Musiala. Blues break free with Gnabry, saved this time by Alexander Nubel. Interesting sessions this from Thomas Tuchel and his staff. Very detailed instructions to all these players. They know what they're doing. Another good goal laid on that time by Musiala. Nubel's been left in the lurch a few times. Had no chance saving any of these goals. Lima across to Tell. Ulreich is there once again. It's good play, in particular from Sven Ulreich, who saved everything that was basically thrown at him, as opposed to the other keeper, Alexander Nubel. Felt like he was picking the ball out of the net every minute or so. Training continues. Hits the post there, Musiala. The fans in the stadium really getting their money's worth this afternoon. Full program of events in the Allianz Arena. We're not done after this team training. We have an ATP challenge. It should be 2 teams of 5 with a couple of the Bayern men's team and a couple of the FC Bayern women's team taking part. Julia Gwynn and Jovana Jamnanovic taking part in this ATP challenge. More on that later. It's fired over the bar by Joshua Kimmich. Musiala picks it up. Cuts inside. Good play. In there again. Another goal, this time from Paul Vanna. As Thomas Tuchel prepares to end this little session of play, of team training. Players take a short break. There we see Paul Vanner, Bayern's youngest ever debutant. As the training session continues under the watchful eye of Thomas Tuchel. Sat on a football over on the side, watching intently. Over to the far end of the pitch, but no one there really from Alphonso Davies as the Oranges come forward. The Blues break it up. Gnabry denied. Off the post by Joshua Kimmich. Fascinating to see the movement of the respective players. Joshua Kimmich looks to know exactly what he needs to do in every passage of play. Fired over there by Ibrahimovic over Ulreich's goal. Decent finish this time from Joshua Kimmich past Ulreich. Every movement monitored by all the latest data systems, monitoring every kilometer run. See Thomas Tuchel resting on one of the new Bundesliga, sponsored by Derby Star. It puts an end to this little session. Back underway after another short break. A powerful finish past Ulreich this time. Musiala and they're helping out Konrad Laimer. Goretzka picks it up, floated ball to Sadio Mane, who lifts it over the bar with his head. Mane in there again, powerful shot from Sadio Mane. It's better from the Senegal international. New ball's in there, winning the ball. So Alphonso Davies to the Moroccan Mazraoui. Tidy finish from Sadio Mane once again. Impressive last couple of minutes from the former Liverpool man. Gnabry hits the post. Quick reactions from Sven Ulreich back there to stop the ball from crossing the line. Musiala's in there. Another good save by Sven Ulreich. Decent finish there from Jamal Musiala. Powerful header past Alexander Nobel by Leon Goretzka. That looks to be the final whistle, signaling the end of this training session. The first one at the Allianz Arena for the likes of Min-Jae Kim and Konrad Laimer, Bayern's summer signings. We've seen lots of afternoon. Lots of intense drills and exercises ahead of the new season as they prepare for the new campaign where they hope to seal a 12th successive Bundesliga title. Just wait to see whether that is actually the end of the session as Thomas Tuchel takes out another piece of gum. He'll be happy with what he's seen this afternoon in front of 45,000 fans, a record crowd for the Allianz team presentation. There's Dr. Holger Broich giving out more instructions. So we're set to go on.
So, Freunde, jetzt rührt sich noch was. Das war die volle Trainingseinheit unter ganz normalen Arbeitsbedingungen des FC Bayern München als Führung. Und schön, dass ihr noch da seid. Mensch, viele natürlich, die auch von weiter weg kommen, die mussten schon etwas früher gehen. Ist ja klar, aber dass ihr noch da Challenge. Da ist noch was Lustiges. Immer durch. So, wir machen uns schnell aus dem Staub, denn jetzt nochmal abschließend ein paar Läufe jetzt.
We're not quite done yet. With some sprints. Gives the opportunity for the coaching staff to pack up all the kits and cones, all the poles used in all of the drills, as the staff take the players through some more running drills. The goalkeepers will be happy that they don't have to do these drills.
Ich freue mich sehr, denn unser Cheftrainer Thomas Tuchel hat jetzt auch Zeit. Thomas,
A few words with Thomas Tuchel
wenn heute der Tag erstmal, wie hast du ihn empfunden?
on the side
In dieser ganzen Trainingseinheit?
while the players do their running. Tuchel thanks the fans for all coming to the stadium today for this wonderful event. It's always a special event. 45,000. Can't believe the crowd today. 45,000. It's been a magnificent event.
Das ist deine Mannschaft, das ist deine Vorstellung, wie der FC Bayern Fußball spielen wird.
He's asked, is this your team? Is this your idea of football?
Intensive Zeit, ihr habt viele Einheiten gehabt, jetzt auch am Tegernsee.
Ganz klassisch am Tegernsee gestartet.
Yeah, we started like we always do at Tegernsee
Trainingseinheiten hier nochmal in München, bevor wir morgen.
before we fly to Asia tomorrow.
Und ihr seht ja, also es ist jetzt so
As you can see, we're doing all the hard work, we're doing all the preparation.
Vorbereitung immer noch mal Teile, wo wir nur laufen und Intervallläufe machen, so wie jetzt. Und alle ziehen mit, so wie es Zeit
And everyone's putting in the hard work. We hope to have a very successful season.
besser spielen, stabiler spielen und so Fans begeistern.
So eine Tour nach Asien. Tokio 2 Spiele und dann in Singapur auch noch eins. Mit Zeitverschiebung auf der
He's asking about the
Das ist auch
tour to Asia. 2 games in Tokyo, 1 in Singapore.
deiner Sicht notwendig.
Ja, notwendig und auch
It's a necessary thing, a normal thing
macht diese Tours.
to do these tours.
Nehmen wir auch was solches mit. Gar nicht so viel über Jetlag und Temperaturen sprechen.
I don't want to talk too much about temperatures or jet lag,
Lange Reise vor uns, 10 Tage. Wir werden schon die Phase der Vorbereitung.
but it's a phase of the preparation, pre-season, that we always do,
intensiv weiter trainieren.
and we'll train hard, put in the hard work
Das geht ja schnell. Am
ahead of the new season.
Am 12. August hier in München der Supercup gegen RB Leipzig.
12th of August, of course, against Leipzig in the Super Cup.
Dass alle fit bleiben, gesund bleiben und dass wir eine tolle Saison
Moderator Stefan Lehmann wishes everyone a successful tour of Asia and everyone stays fit ahead of that opener in Germany, which is on the 12th of August against Leipzig in the Super Cup. So the players doing some more running drills just to end the session. This young Mathis Tel, French striker. Ibrahimovic behind him. Two bright stars for Bayern Munich in the future. We'll be hoping to get some minutes this campaign under Thomas Tuchel. Goalkeepers continuing their work. Alexander Nubel. And Sven Ulreich. Nubel, of course, signed from Schalke, as was Manuel Neuer. Nubel hasn't quite been able to follow in Neuer's footsteps, but there's still plenty of time for him to succeed at the highest level. That's the first players make their way off the pitch. Maybe give them an opportunity to sign some more autographs. We do expect a couple of the Bayern first team squad to take part in the ATP Challenge coming up in a matter of minutes. Stay with us for that. We see 6 fans and two of the women's team and 2 of the men's team in 2 teams of 5 taking part in this exciting ATP Challenge. Final moments of training for the first team. Some more running, led by Leroy Sané in the orange bib. Some more sprinting. Leon Goretzka in there, Konrad Laimer. 2 of Bayern's midfield. Pavard over on the far right there. French defender. Leroy Sané continuing his strong running. And he'll be looking for a stronger campaign this time around under Thomas Tuchel. Looks to be feeling those sprints. Who's leading the way is the ex-Manchester City player, ex-Schalke. This looks like hard work, even for these very fit professionals. Interval shuttle runs, otherwise known as doggies in the trade. These are not much fun, even for these very fit individuals. Min Jae Kim's in there. putting in the hard yards. And he'll be looking to impress back in Asia. South Korean World Cup defender. He's looking forward to the challenge of playing in Munich. Those fans there have been royally entertained today. We've had a whole host of events today at the Allianz Arena, starting with the Legends celebration, the 10-year anniversary of Bayern's win at Wembley against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. We've had the team presentation, not just for the men, but for the women, of course. And a very lengthy team training session. Thomas Tuchel and his staff, all in front of a record crowd of 45,000 at the Allianz Arena for this mega event at this wonderful stadium in Munich. And they all these fans want a shirt. They want Serge Gnabry's shirt there. Tuchel exchanging passes with a young ball boy from a lovely trick there from the ball boy. Showing great skill. Jan Sommer waving to his adoring fans. Players take on board more liquid refreshment after those intense running drills there. Thomas Tuchel having a laugh and a joke with Sven Ulreich and the Dutch defender Matthijs de Ligt. More sprinting going on. Musiala in there with Upamecano, Bunazar, Joshua Kimmich. No doubt the other Bayern players are signing autographs down below, while the final members of the Bayern squad go through their paces. Like I said, this is a very hard, intense part of the training. This interval running, interval shuttles. Very few players enjoy this type of thing, but it's a necessary part of pre-season training, preparation ahead of the new season. Even these experienced professionals realize they have to put in the hard work ahead of the new campaign. You see Yoshia Kimmich urging on his fellow members of this group to get this done. There's not long left in this little running session. There's the Senegal defender Bouna Sarr really putting in the hard yards, leading them home here. Conrad Lima, the new signing, feeling this session, picks up a bottle of water. Bouna Sarr once again leading them home. Plenty of energy from the Senegal man. It's been a pleasure to have you as company this afternoon, wherever you've been listening and watching from this afternoon, all over the world. It's been a real pleasure taking you through all the action from the Allianz Arena. My name's Mark Lovell, and also looking forward to the new season. What does it have in store for the Bavarian Giants? They seek a 12th successive Bundesliga title, but they will look to go deeper in the Champions League. Interesting to see how preparations develop next week in Asia. They face Liverpool, Manchester City, and a local Japanese side in Tokyo, Kawasaki Frontale. More work to be done in Asia under the expert eye of Thomas Tuchel. Final preparations ahead of the new season. After Asia, I'll be back to Germany. Looking forward to the Super Cup against Leipzig in this stadium. And then the start of the Bundesliga, of course, against Werder Bremen in northern Germany. Tuchel shows his appreciation for the hard work of this session. Having a few words with Leon Goretzka. As Musiala checks out all the data from that contraption behind him. So more liquid being taken on. Probably see a few final words from Thomas Tuchel as the Bayern squad show their appreciation for the fans still left in the Allianz Arena.
So Freunde, das war's. Das war die Trainingseinheit unserer Mannschaft. Hier für euch.
Gives the players a chance to sign a few shirts.
Nachmittag geht's dann nach Tokio, nach Japan. Bis zum 3. August 2 Spiele in Japan, in Tokio, gegen Manchester City und gegen eine japanische Profitruppe und dann weiter nach Singapur und dort dann das Spiel am 2. August meines Wissens gegen den FC Liverpool. Und dann kommen sie wieder und eine Woche später, ja dann schon das Supercup-Finale. Dieses Mal bei uns in München gegen RB Leipzig, den Pokalsieger.
A reminder of that forthcoming Asia tour. Audi Summer Tour. Liverpool and Manchester City are among the opposition for Bayern in Tokyo and Singapore. 3 games Bayern have coming up. They fly to Asia tomorrow. Get settled, and their first game is against Manchester City in Tokyo, against the reigning Champions League holders. Close the tour with a mouth-watering game against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool in Singapore. The end of the session, we still have Min-Jae Kim signing shirts for these grateful fans. He'll be wearing the number 3, will Min-Jae Kim, nicknamed the Monster. Interested to see if he lives up to his nickname with some monstrous performances at the back.
So Freunde, jetzt zum krönenden Abschluss noch, wenn ihr noch ein paar Minuten da bleibt, denn wir möchten ein paar Super Bayern-Fans, die sich heute Vormittag schon im Rahmen unseres Programms auf der Esplanade qualifiziert haben, eine einmalige Möglichkeit geben, eine kleine Fan-Gang-Challenge.
So we'll set for the final event, the ATP Challenge, which will give a few lucky fans the chance to win some magnificent prizes. The winning team will get some signed shirts, and the losers will get some signed balls. We have 6 fans. We have 2 players from the men's team. We have Joshua Kimmich and Serge Gnabry. And from the women's team,
So Freunde, schön, dass ihr noch da seid. Jetzt darf ich euch kurz erklären, was wir vorhaben. Also, ein würdiger Abschluss hier heute von der Allianz FC Bayern Teampräsentation mit den 10 Jahre Legendenspiel, 10 Jahre Wembley. Genau, so langsam, ich schau mal 5 nach halb 7 langer Tag heute, gell? Aber Spaß hat's gemacht. Schön, dass ihr noch da seid. So Freunde, wir haben 2 Teams. Wer spielt mit wem da hier nachher? Genau. So, 3 Bayern-Fans pro Mannschaft, verstärkt durch einen unserer Profis aus der männlichen Gruppe und eine Top-Spielerin aus dem FC Bayern Frauenfußball. Jetzt darf ich dich fragen, wie heißt du? Nicole? Nicole und
so it'll be 5 in a team, 3 fans in each team with 2 Bayern players in each team, a man and a woman.
Jamie, du spielst mit Max und Matthias. Jamie, Max, Matthias, wisst ihr, wer euer Team verstärkt? Das ist jetzt euer Moment. Weißt du es auch schon? Ihr habt euch für Joshua Kimmich entschieden.
Joshua Kimmich will join the team.
Und wer darf sein von eine deutsche Meisterin?
On the left,
Maximilian Rall? Ja, natürlich.
Maximilian Rall
Also,
joins Kimmich.
verstärken dieses Team. Wie nennen wir euch? Team Rot oder was? Keine vollkommen durch.
Team Red.
Das ist nämlich einfach. Dann gehe ich hier hin. Moment, wo seid ihr? Wer gehört zu welcher? Wer ist Fotograf? Wer ist von der Agentur? Da seid ihr, oder? Hier, jetzt nochmal. Amy. Nicole, weiß ich noch? Björn, okay. Also, ihr werdet demzufolge verstärkt. Ist auch nicht so schlecht, oder? Serge Gnabry ist da. Und Jovana Damjanovic. Hier.
Serge Gnabry and Jovana Damjanovic
Bitteschön. Danke, dass du mitmachst, Serge. Jovana.
join the other team, and we'll have 3 challenges coming up.
Ich versuche es so zu erklären, dass es jeder kapiert. Hoffentlich gelingt es mir. Das erste ist noch relativ leicht. Wir haben 3 Disziplinen. Das erste heißt Latten.
The first challenge is the crossbar challenge, which is fairly simple to explain. You have to try and hit the crossbar from the edge of the penalty box. 10 points for a successful shot from each player.
Wer dann am Ende mehr Lattentreffer hat, bekommt 10 Punkte. Ist einfach. Gut. Dann würde ich sagen, fangen wir gleich mit euch an, oder? Nicole, willst du? Komm, wir gehen vor. Bitteschön. Such dir einen aus. Ich weiß ja nicht, bist du links oder rechts oder Rechtsfuß, genau.
We go with the first
Team durch, ja? Jetzt
fan.
Team Gnabry, Jovana. Und Nicole fängt an.
Nicole, Bayern fan.
Ganz normaler Bayern-Fan. Heute. Oi.
Not a bad attempt.
Latten schießen, ja. Ihr könnt es machen. Lasst mal die. Wollt ihr zwischendrin oder zum Schluss? Wie ihr wollt. Jovana,
Serge Gnabry lets Jovana Damjanovic have a go. Decent attempt, just under the bar.
wenn man so eine tolle Stürmerin wie dich beauftragt, nicht ins Tor zu schießen. Das geht ja gar nicht eigentlich, oder? Unmöglich. Okay?
Next fan is going to have a go. Powerful shot, decent attempt.
Ganz ehrlich. Serge, magst du? Oder? Okay. Serge Gnabry.
Serge Gnabry. Wow, Serge Gnabry, 10 points. Opens the scoring.
Mensch. Und jetzt ewig.
Too easy for the German international. Not a bad attempt.
Ich halte fest, es bleibt bei einem Treffer
So,
für euer Team. Das ist schon mal
one success for that.
Wer möchte anfangen von euch?
So Joshua Kimmich team next up with Maximilian Rall. Here we go. Ribéry on his shirt, but just underneath the bar, that one. It's the next lady fan with a leg brace. Well, that's not what an attempt that was. Tried to lift it onto the crossbar. Interesting technique. It's not bad. Maxi Rall, Bayern number 8 there. Whoa, that was a good attempt. Just floated narrowly over the bar. Joshua Kimmich, can he emulate Serge Gnabry? Wow, he does. Yeah. Well done, Joshua Kimmich. 10 points each. He celebrates. 10 points for each team in the first challenge.
Der Ball muss vom Elfmeterpunkt, da können wir gleich mal drauflegen.
Now on to the second challenge, which is corner flag golf. The ball's got to be on the penalty spot, and the players need to hit with as few shots as possible into the quarter circle of the corner flag, with a minimum of 5 shots by each team. Everybody on each team must hit the ball at least once, maximum of 10 attempts. The team with the fewest shots gets 15 points. Joshua Kimmich up against Serge Gnabry's team. Reminder, everybody on the team has to hit, has to kick the ball at least once.
Wenn die Linie passt, ist wieder zurück, natürlich. Aber natürlich zum Schluss gewinnt auch der die wenigsten Versuche braucht, sprich im Idealfall 5.
Reminder, team winner will be the one with the fewest shots. Joshua Kimmich will start us off, getting another explanation of the rules.
Ganz leicht. Du willst eure Entscheidung. Josh Kimmich beginnt. Oh, das ist schon ziemlich weit. Der ist ja fast schon drin. Okay, jetzt lasst euch
Kimmich almost to the corner flag itself. Just has to be in that quarter circle. So the rest of the team move over. They've all got to touch the ball at least once.
Und ihr zählt bitte alle mit, ja? Ihr zählt bitte alle mit. Das war jetzt gerade einer von Josh. Jetzt ist quasi Matthias dran.
Matthias will have a go in the Ribéry shirt.
Noch nicht rein ins Feld, ne? Jeder muss einmal nur berühren. Okay.
Next,
Jeder muss berühren, auch Maximum.
42 with the Musiala shirt.
Jetzt geht sie wieder drüber raus.
So here we go with Maximilian Raul.
Sehr klug. Bravo!
So they worked that challenge out pretty well. Kimmich with the long ball, and the rest just nudged it into position there with the final touch by Maximilian Raul.
Serge sagt mir gerade eben, Sie versuchen, ohne dass der Ball ins Ausgeht. Ihr bleibt im Feld. Bitte schön. Ja. Jawohl. Emil, magst du?
So the next team are having a go. Change of tactics this time. Maybe they'll leave it to Serge Gnabry to have the final shot.
Und jetzt muss
Jovana Damjanovic. There we go. Too easy again. Each team receives 15 points. They made that look easy. On to the final challenge.
Hier legen wir den Ball hin. Und jetzt einfach versuchen, von hier ins Tor zu schießen.
The two teams have to score a goal from the touchline. This is called the banana challenge. You have to bend the ball in to the goal from the touchline.
Da vorne ist euer Tor. Ihr wisst Bescheid. Wir haben absoluten Gleichstand bis jetzt, gell? Beide Mannschaften mit 25.
Two teams both have 25 points, so this is the decider as they try and bend the ball into the net. Not quite, not a bad attempt. Everyone has one attempt from each team. Serge Gnabry's side going first. That's a decent attempt. Ten points. See a replay. Quality from the Bayern fan, Bjorn. Stamjanovic. Oh, just past the post. And here's Serge Gnabry with the final attempt to bend one in from an wow, Maximiliano Raul bends one in.
Übrigens, Maxi und Josh, das wissen vielleicht einige von euch, kommen fast aus der gleichen.
Here's Joshua Kimmich. That's quality stuff from Kimmich. Made that look easy. Serge Gnabry can't believe it. They're both from the same village, Joshua Kimmich and Maximiliano Raul. Not a bad attempt there. So the final attempts to bend one in. The team with Maxi Raul and Joshua Kimmich wins this ATP challenge. So they're the winners. The winning team will receive signed shirts and the losing team signed balls.
Du bekommst ein Original-Trikot des FC Bayern München, unterschrieben von Joshua Kimmich. Nein, das kriegst du. Ihr bekommt original unterschriebene Trikots. Wunschspieler. Ja, für euch natürlich. Sucht euch jemanden aus, den ihr wollt. Und
Almost at the end of this wonderful day in the Allianz Arena. Stefan Lehmann now, the presenter, has been working hard down below. The two teams congratulate each other. What a day we've had in Munich. Starting off with the FC Legends, FC Bayern Legends celebration, 10-year anniversary of the Champions League in Wembley. Followed up with the double team presentations of the women's side and the men's. A really extensive training session.
Lembra de se inscrever no canal, deixar o like. Quarta-feira, 7h25 da manhã. Tem live aqui de Bayern Manchester City, também assisti aqui. Então é só lembrando isso aqui por enquanto.
Wembley, the 2013 Champions League winning side. Manuel Neuer, Philipp Lahm, the captain, Bastian Schweinsteiger. This has been Mark Lovell taking you through this coverage
É o
of
mais bonito
this
do mundo, né?
special day in Munich at the Allianz Arena.
Primeiro, inclusive, ele ergueu quando estava entrando em campo.
To take you through
Vai
all the
com
entertainment,
Ele pegou aí.
all the great action, all the great stars, yesteryear and the present day. Tune in for more coverage.
Aí, os maiores adversários do Bayern.
FC Bayern channels in the coming weeks, starting with
Aí o banco.
summer tour,
Feinsteiger.
summer tour of Asia in the next few
Inclusive,
days.
hoje é aniversário de Giovanni Elber. Parabéns, Giovanni Elber, né? Jogou no aniversário. Esse deve ter sido maravilhoso pra ele. Inclusive, aniversário do Nagelsmann, hein? Parabéns pro Papai Nagelsmann, o melhor treinador do mundo. Querendo ou não.
All the regular platforms for FC Bayern. Wherever you've been watching from all over the world, I wish you a pleasant rest of the day.
No final da Bundesliga não apareceu entrando com jogadores, né? Tanto é porque ele tava no meio dos troféus da Tríplice. E o Pavar, né, que vai embora, tem que ir embora. Raçudo, hein? Calça, camisa dentro da calça, careca, jogador raçudo. Um livro com camada de peixe. Aí, Kim. Bosta, atravessando Kim, sabe? Então é isso, se inscreve aqui no canal, deixa o like no vídeo, compartilha pra todo mundo. Se você quiser assistir a live mostrando o jogo das lendas do Bayern do Borussia, que acabou 2-1 para as lendas do Bayern, tá o vídeo de baixo, a última live, assiste lá. Compartilha com todo mundo no canal, a live e tudo mais. Quarta-feira, 7h25 da manhã, é Bayern Manchester City aqui no canal, então assiste aqui, é isso, valeu. Sai daí. Para de mostrar propaganda pros outros. Stop.